Hi, my name is Johana Gómez Parra, level 8. Sometimes the origin of this behavior is related to fear, shame, attention seeking, affection, excessive pressure, stress, and the need to defend oneself, among other factors. We must in mind that a child doesn't like for pleasure, and generally, the like is generated by emotional state. The key to the line with the problem is to analyze the situation, dialogue with the child, create environments of true and modify those behavior that pressure them to lie. Um, in most cases, the lies that parents tell their children arise because the parents believe that their children aren't prepared to know certain things, sometimes to impose a disciplinary measures, and many times because they seek to protect them from those difficulties. In in both cases, I consider it justifiable as long as parents tell their children the truth when they consider that is an opportune moment to do so. I will tell my sister, my parents, and my close friends like Angie, Kathy, Jesus, and Sandri. In my life, I have learned that achievement can be shared with all people because they will always seek to make a profit or want you to help with their problems. That is why I will tell people like truth who I know will be happy and advise me. Uh, I wouldn't tell some friends and family not to give me so much confidence because I don't consider it necessary to communicate such even students. I have always keep in mind that we come to this world to serve. For that reason, I know if I win the lottery, I will allocate for a part of the money to help people in need. I consider that it's important to evaluate the situation, analyze what mistakes were made, what did we learn from this problem, how we can face a similar situation in the future. But the best thing will always be to move towards and left the problem behind. Seeing what happened is the only thing that could have happened. Nothing, absolutely nothing of what happens to us in our life could have been other ways. It has to be this way for us to learn the lesson that life gives us and move on. Uh, Always go ahead with your head held high, loving yourself and loving the people who love you. You never live in the I will have done or if it had happened because it's useless to live in the past. Your life is today, is now, and it runs because the time is a gift. The negotiation is a process where we can exchange information and commitments, seeing benefits for both parties. This action not only occurs in business but also in daily life. The three situations in my daily life in which I need to negotiate are when I want to change my mobile phone plan. The second is when we organize the shares of my house, distributing the tax in an equitable way. The third is when I want to buy something, I negotiate with my parents what percentage of the money they will give me and what percentage I will put in. I consider that being a good interviewer requires attitudinal characteristics, listening skills, and time management strategies. The interviewer must be empathic, tolerant, honest, neutral, respectful to the interviewee, objective, assertive, and flexible. In addition, the interviewer must have professional ethics, listening skills, image and posture, a friendly tone of voice, a command of the language. Finally, the interviewer must have the ability to synthesize all the information received. I think that the best interviewer in Colombia is Andrea Serna, since she handles many of the skills and she has a good command of the cameras. Culture is the highest creation of a people. She expresses the way in which a town is built over time. Therefore, all cultures are different. I believe that cultural appropriation must have a limit, since it can become a violence of intellectual property rights against the culture of origin. The cultural appropriation can be harmful. For this reason, it's necessary the new generation must be educated to love and respect their roots, so that they can use words from other languages without forgetting their cultures, their origins, the idioms of their languages, that young people love their cultures. Yes, I consider that not all goods can be purchased on credit, because there are many factors that put us at a disadvantage with this type of payment. We must understand that if we don't do it for a productive or investment activity, we are acquiring a debt. But by this means, we pay a higher cost for the goods. We have to carry out many process, and if you don't make the payment on time, a higher interest is generated. Uh, we can also have a fines lines. For this reason, as a future international negotiator, I recommend that small purchases we aren't for investment or goods such as cars or houses be made of cash payment. Since in this way so many debts are in the contract, I know it's difficult to save up, but in these cases is the best option.